If you are serious about horse racing or want to improve your game and level of play, or perhaps gain an edge without hours of work, you have to look at pace points. Pace makes the race, and projecting the race flow is invaluable for making smarter wagers. Pace points is an accurate pace projection tool based on real-time fractions along with intangibles down to things like jockey tendencies and additional factors like post position, track condition, and more. Pace points will help you identify who will be in front early and which horses will be running fastest late. If a race looks like there is a lot of speed, who will be the most likely leader? These are the types of things pace points highlight in an easy-to-read and understand format. If you want a better chance of winning, why wouldn't you want this at your fingertips? Pace points, learn more, try it out, and have a better grasp of the races.
This year, for the Pass the Wire annual seminar, we're going to change things up. Why? For you. Everything I cover in the seminars in a clear, concise PDF you can download, print, read off your device, anything you like. Everything, and I mean everything that we cover in the seminars, right at your fingertips. Nobody does it better. And if that's not enough, if you join and ride with me, a private, members-only Q&A where you can ask anything about the Breeders' Cup, get answers, and sharpen your play. Secure your spot at PassTheWire.com and try and make this your best Breeders' Cup ever. I'm surely going to try and make it mine.
Well, hello everyone. Here we are on opening weekend at Keeneland. Fantastic card at Keeneland. Actually, on Friday and Saturday, and even Sunday's got a really nice card at Keeneland. But we're doing Saturdays, and we're going to do it all stakes, pick 5. You know, that's always super tough, as you well know. They're all stakes races, right? But first, a recap from last week. We came close again, 4 out of 5. It was tight, but it wasn't going to pay much. But still, you know, you'd want to get that 5 out of 5, of course. We had some winners, those who sent me emails, got some exactas and got maybe some couple of tries, actually, a couple of daily doubles. Before we get started, I want to thank Racelins today for all the tools they give us. If you guys want to subscribe, remember to hit that button down below down here. Subscribe, get every one of my shows, John's shows, Gio's shows, everybody's shows, Jim's shows. And, you know, like I said, you know, you could always, you saw the commercial there for John's Breeders' Cup seminar thing, how he's going to handle it this year. And you hit that every one of these shows, of course. Now remember one thing, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Hit it right there, charles@passthewire.com. No matter what the questions are, I can answer those for you. So let's go and dive into the Keeneland weekend here, and let's see what we got for the all stakes pick 5. Like I said, it's tough, but you know what? They're always tough, right? Most of the time. So we're going to just do like every other race. So we'll do the 7th and the 9th. Like always, I'll do 2 races here. So race 7. Let's look at this. This is 6 furlong stakes, you know, grade 2. Fillies and mares. Now we got the number 1 horse, Taxed. This horse is always sitting right there, always kind of a bridesmaid type of horse, always right there picking up paychecks, which is nice, you know, but as an owner, you would always want to get in that winner's circle more often. And this horse, the way this horse runs, is going to have to come from behind a little bit. And in this race, I just don't know if that's going to happen at 6 furlongs here. If they were going 7, might be a different story. But for me, I'm going to take a pass on her. We'll go on to the next horse. The 2, Long Neck Paula. Okay, now here we go. An interesting horse with speed, okay? Tons of speed. Last 2 times you look at her, she goes out there in front. She goes, right? but she kind of gives it up at the end at 6 furlongs. So my question is, if she gets a little pressure on her, she might be in trouble. She's definitely probably going to be your leader out there. I most likely will. If not, someone's going to be pushing her all the way. Early speed, that's the angle. Then tired, that's not a great part of the angle. So for me, I think she can pick up a piece of the pie. She's got to show to me that she can hang around much longer. So I'm putting her on the bottom side of my exotics. Halian's Forte. This horse, the number 3. This horse, another horse that likes to sit pretty close to the pace. Last time didn't show that though. Didn't do much there, but you could toss that race, I guess. Times before that, she's always been right there, sitting right on the leaders or takes the lead. But I think this one's going to be pushing the 2 a lot. I'm having a hard time seeing her hanging around for a piece of the pie. So for me, I'm taking a back seat on this one. The number 4, Vodka with a Twist. All you vodka lovers out there, you know what they mean. A little twist of the line, maybe. Anyway, this horse, look at this horse. Ran in 7 furlongs. Just got a little tired there at the end. This horse is cutting back in distance. I like that move a lot. This horse is fast. And then this horse does have some kick at the end. If you go back in her races in the back, she has run against some of the best in her time. So, Phil D'Amato with Tyler Gaffalione. This is their only second time hooking up, so there's no numbers really to go off of. Tyler, in the last 10 days, he's got a 44%, 44 plus 44% on the ROI, return on your investment, which is excellent. And, of course, Phil, in the last 30 days, he's got a plus 69%. Got to love all that. Beaten favorite last time, the jockey switch. So I think this horse is a major, major player in this race. Look out for this horse. Definitely in for the win column. So don't leave her off your tickets. The number 5, Vahava. Cherie's horse with she's hooked up with IRAD here. They click at 31%, plus 55% in the ROI. Beautiful. This horse has got really nice speed, rate. I think this horse will be sitting 3rd or 4th, will give the 4 everything that she can handle. So this horse is going to be super dangerous down that lane. I think there's plenty of speed for the 4 and the 5 to just sit there like 3rd and 4th, possibly even 5th, and just pounce when they have to pounce. So this is another major player. Do not leave this horse off your ticket. Matter of fact, the 4-5 exacta, if you even put that in a box or whatever, either way, I think this is the exacta that's coming in, 4-5-5-4. But let's check out the other horses. The number 6, Praying. They're going to have to do some praying to keep up with some of these horses, even though last time she did run very well. You got to give her kudos there. It was in a grade 3, but now she's meeting some much tougher, older fillies and mares. And for me, I think she's just maybe a couple of races away from competing with these type of horses. But I can't blame them for taking a shot here. I would expect everything of that 12-1, if not more, if I was playing this horse. But for me, I'm taking a pass. The 7, Stilettos. Look, this horse with Steve and Pratt hookup. This horse has got tons of class in here. Horse has been knocking on the door last couple of times, but it was on turf. And you look at Steve's turf to dirt numbers is 21%, which is not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. And so, and she's cutting back just in the distance, just a little bit. So she can handle this distance. There's no doubt about it. Definitely can handle the dirt. There's no doubt about it. Has the class, no doubt about it. Definitely should be in your exotics. Track and jockey. Keeneland, dirt, the style, jockey win percentage is a bit higher than 10% with the trainer success. So you got to love all that. Definitely a player, but for on the bottom sides for my exotics for me. Now, let's go and see how Raceland sees this race panning out throughout the race and where the speed's going to go and how they should finish up. Well, first of all, they see the 4, 2, the 3, 5, and 6 sitting there back there on the. I don't know if the 4 is going to go right out there to the front with the 2. But they still see the 2, 4, and 4, 2 in the halfway through the race with the 5 sitting right on their behind. And then at the end, they see the 7 winning, okay, at 75%. And the 5 coming in second at 7, the 2 at 5, and the 4 at 5, and then the 3 at 2. So that's a pretty big percentage there. Normally, I would be jumping all over a horse like that, but I have it different. I handicapped this race, and I really think it's between the 4 and the 5. So I'm going 4, 5, then 7, then 2. Here's my adjusted win percentage probable factors, how I play Keeneland's dirt. Speed, 4. Class, form at 5. Distance, jockey at 4. Jockey trainer at 3. Pace at 4. Trainer at 5. Track angles at 3, and then the track edition at 4. And let's see the true odds here in this race. What they got? They got Zaletta. Look, 1 to 4. She's morning line's 9 to 2. I really do think the 7's going to go off at best, maybe the second favorite, but I think it's going to go off third behind the 5 and the 4. I think the 4 and 5 are going to battle it out. Who's going to be the favorite? If the 7 goes off the favorite, I'm going to jump all over the 4 and 5 in my exacta. I'm going to box it and everything like that. That's how I'm going to play it. Do what you have to do on that. But that's how I see it. Now, let's go. We're going to go and start race number 9. Before we do that, once again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. If you want my full card at Keeneland, shoot me an email. I'll be doing that until the Breeders' Cup. After that, I'll be selling my cards. Starting the Breeders' Cup, I will be selling those. The Breeders' both days of Breeders' Cup, both cards. Shoot me an email if you're interested in that, and I will let you know about that. Plus, we also are doing that racing syndication. Like I said, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get if you're interested into racing, claiming, and even pin hooking, let me know. Shoot me an email. And that's what we're going to do. So anyway, let's go and tackle that 9th race and see what we got going on. Let's hit the 9th. Here we go. Okay, this is the Claiborne's fraternity. So this is for the 2-year-olds. A lot of nice 2-year-olds out there. At Aqueduct, there's some very nice stakes races, and one of them is the Champagne 2-year-olds. There's some really nice 2-year-olds. Catch my other show with Eddie C. We're going to do a show together. We're going to do all the stakes races at Aqueduct and here at Keeneland. We're only going to give our picks for those races, but you could always shoot comments or shoot me an email if you want to know what I like as an exacta or trifectas in those races. But anyway, let's start with this race. This is a 2-year-old race. Blackout Time. Kenny McPeak looked this horse last time, did a very, very good job. One pulling away. If you watch that race, it really looked really nice. To me, a little on the slow side, but I'm not going to take away too much from this horse's talent. The horse is bred well. Look out, but for me, I'm taking a pass. Here's the angle. Horse won last time as the favorite. Success is a 6.7, ROI of 22%. All right, the number 2, Big Dom. Thomas Amos, look, he's got another one in at Champagne, which I think is phenomenal horse. Probably the horse to beat there. And this one could possibly be the horse to beat, if not one of the top 2 horses in this race. Great horse. If you watch that race, go back on the video, watch how this horse did it. Did it beautiful. Irad's taking over for his brother. Nothing you're going to lose there or gain there. So I wouldn't worry about that part. I think this horse has got a ton of talent. Going out, stretching out to a mile and 16th. I think this horse could get it, especially with McKenzie as the father and out of a pulpit mare, which is saying distance and even turf a little bit there. I think you're going to see something there. I don't know if this horse is going to be part of the pace or not. It's kind of hard with these 2-year-olds, what they're going to do. I do think he will sit close, and he's definitely one of them to beat. The 3, Discasset, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So if I'm wrong, sorry. My apologies go out to the owners and breeders. And look, Bia Combs had this horse. The horse is 2 for 2. He's done everything right. They have to put this horse in this race. You got to see if this horse can stretch out. The horse has done everything. I don't blame him. Personally, I'm going to take a pass. I think this horse is going to be a lot better at sprinting or maybe even going a mile. But I could be wrong. Once again, remember, these are 2-year-olds. We're trying to figure it out. But for me, I'm going to take a pass on this one. The 4, Spice Runner. Interesting horse. Got some speed. And then the last time it going a mile, it kind of had a little bit of a tactical speed. Rated very well. Finished very well. If you watch that video of this horse running in that race, did very good. You got to admit, it did very well. So this is definitely a runner here. And, of course, it's out of Gun Runner. Steve and Tyler hooking up here. 12-1. That makes it kind of spicy in so many ways, right? At 12-1. Interesting. I'm definitely going to put this horse in my exotics and a lot of my plays like that. I don't know about for the win column. I'm going to hold off on that part, but I would like to see what this horse could do. You might see a good future with this horse. The 5, Litmus Test. Look, this last time out, the horse didn't run bad at all, even though I finished 4th. Ran very even, was rating. It was a Del Mar fraternity. Went up against 2 Baffords, probably top 2-year-olds. Brant and Desert Gate. Brant, matter of fact, I think is one of the top horses, I think, for the Juvenile Breeders' Cup. But that's my opinion right now, but we'll see there. You got Baffert and Pratt here. Look, this horse finished 4th. Can't knock this horse too much. But for me, I'm going to have to pass because I think there's a couple other horses in there a little bit better. Even though he ran up against Brent, and of course, Desert Gate, I believe, is running this weekend too somewhere. I remember seeing it somewhere. Oh, no, it was a workout. I apologize. But anyway, both great horses. Probably just the 3rd best in that race for the 4th best. Let's go with the 6 here. Ted Nafi. Now, look, this is from Todd Velasquez hookup here. They hook up for 24% plus 7% ROI. This horse did everything right in the last 2 races. Sat there really on the nice pace. Watch both of those races. This horse has patience, can rate. This is probably the horse to beat. Next to the 2, those 2 are probably battling down the lane. I think they both could sit off. They don't need to have the pace. They could sit right there, presser them type of horse, and they just stalk the pace really nice. Look out for this horse. I think this is one of the top 2 horses in this race that's going to be tough to beat. And it depends how big, if this horse wins, how big does he win? The 7, Ewing. Look, this horse has got some speed. I think this is going to be your leader around the track a little bit. Mark Casey, you got Jose aboard. This horse is very interesting. I just don't know if he can hang on. especially with that spicy runner in there, keeping him really honest, sitting really close to him, and probably a couple others. I think this horse is worth taking a note on, especially for the bottom side of your exotics. This is a gray horse. You know, there's a lot of people that like the grays and some people hate them. Out of a Knicks Go, so there you are, out of an Indian Charlie Mare, which they're always fantastic Indian Charlie Mares. They produce very well. So I think this horse has got a shot of hitting the board for sure. Once again, it's a tough race, but you got to start landing somewhere, right? So I think this horse is probably in the future going to be something to look at 100%. Now, let's go to see what Race Lens thinks on how this race is going to pan out. All right. Here we go. They see the 5 going out in front. Big time. The 7's sitting there second. I think the 7's going to be a lot closer to that 5. I really do. You got the 6, I think, going to sit third. I really do believe that. I really like that part in the early beginning. The same thing in the mid-race part of the race. I don't know about the 1 getting up there, but maybe might be real close. But I see the 6 sitting third, chilling. At the end of the race, they see it 6, 4, 5, 1, 2. 6 at 40%, the 4 at 33, 5 at 12, 1 at 3, and then the 2 at 3. I got it 6, 2, 4, 7. I think the 7 can hang around for a piece of that pie. Let's see what the odds are saying here. They're saying the 4 should be 2 to 1. You're getting 12 to 1. I don't know if you're going to get 12 to 1. If you do, you better be jumping on this horse and throw it in your exotics and all that stuff, exactas, tries, and everything. Because 12 to 1 is a very juicy price for a horse that has some talent that you could tell. But I don't think it's going to go down as low as 2 to 1. I don't see that. The 5 is supposed to be 7 to 1, 8 to 1 morning line. Really, that's not much of a difference. I think it's going to be right around 8 to 1, probably a little higher maybe. The 6 will be your favorite. I really believe that. The 2 might be the second, if not the third for sure, but I think the second favorite. So it'll be 6-2 as favorites, how they go. Possibly the 7 in there as your third favorite, possibly. So let's go and let's see how I'm going to play this pick 5. All right. Remember, if you want to get my full cards for the Breeders' Cup both days, shoot me an email. In that email, I will show you all my picks and all the Breeders' Cups and my plays for the day and how I'm playing the whole card. Here we go. This pick 5 starts in race number 6. It's an all stakes pick 5. So in race number 6, leg number 1. But race number 6, I like 3, 1, 7, 8. I'm doing exacta box 3 and 1. Now the pick 5. I'm taking 4 horses in the leg number 1, race 6. The 3, 1, 7, 8. Leg number 2, which is race 7. I'm going too deep. I'm going 4, 5. I'm leaving out that 7. Everybody likes that 7. I'm leaving it out. I have to make a stand somewhere. I like the exacta 4, 5. The third leg, which is race number 8. I'm going pretty deep there. I think that one's pretty wide open, that race. So I'm going to try to get a couple of prices in there. I like 5, 13, if the 13 gets in. 1, 2, 3, 9. 6 horses. And leg number 4, race number 9. We just finished doing that race. I'm going my top 2 picks, 6, 2. But my exacta will be there too, like that. Leg number 5, which is race number 10. And my pick 5 is going to be all 4 horses, 4, 8, 9, 10. And how I like the race 7 is I like 4, 5, 7, 2 with the exacta 4, 5. And the 8th race, I like 5, 13, 1, 2. We're going to do a try there, 5, 13 with the 5, 13, 1, 2, 3 with the all. If the 13 does not make it in, you just move the 1 up into its place, and then you do the same thing everywhere else. Okay. Race number 9. I like 6, 2, 4, 7. The exact is 6, 2. And then the last race, the 10th race, I like 4, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing the exact box 4, 8. So there you have it. We will do the what do I call it? We'll do another race next weekend, like I said, and you could join us then. Watch for our video. Me and Eddie and I, we're going to do a video of all the stakes at Aqueduct and at Keeneland. And remember, Geo is putting out every race card for Keeneland. So look out for his stuff. And then anything else, if you put the alert button, you won't miss anything. We're going to get ready for this Breeders' Cup. Breeders' Cup's right around the corner, everybody. So let's get excited and let's go and do that. Let's make some bankroll and get ready for the Breeders' Cup. And so until then, let's go out there and get all that money. See.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final furlong. Sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Pace makes the race. We've all heard it. What does it mean? More importantly, how can it help you to sharpen pace points? Dealing with pace, you have to
show a bag copy.
Races every level, class, and distance. Not
Are
only
they talking about
how big
us?
it will, but the impact
Wait.
is still there just the
Are they
same.
talking about us? I think I heard
Knowing
Past the
who's
Wire.
likely to be running
Past the Wire
fastest at the
TV.
start,
They are talking
who's
about us.
likely to be finishing fastest nearing the finish, that last quarter mile.
Often imitated,
valuable
never
racing
duplicated.
asset. Pace
We
Points
are
does
everywhere.
this extremely
Seriously?
accurately.
If you're betting
utilizing
horses and not
fractional
watching these
times of
shows,
individual
you gotta be
horses,
freaking
horse
crazy.
position, track
Capiche?
condition, ground loss, and other intangibles like rider tendencies. Pace Points lets you know.
You're
at a
watching
glance
Past
key
the
facts.
Wire
Who
TV.
is likely to be fastest early and who is likely to be fastest late. We've all seen races where it looks like there's a ton of speed, and then one horse
Knowledge.
clears the field,
It isn't
often
free.
going wire to wire.
Gotta pay
How about the
attention.
turf races that look like there is no speed? Somebody is going to set that pace. We know they will. We've seen it before. Have you ever had one of those head scratches where the pace is slow, even dawdling, and here comes a closer running past them all late? Pace Points will help you navigate these pace scenarios and more. The races that show you one horse with 1-1-1 front-running running lines and a horse with 3-3-3 stalking running lines throughout the fractions of the race, and the horse with the threes that looks like the stalker is on the lead. Pace Points will help you sharpen your game, recognize these things in advance, and recognize great setups. Pace does make the race, and Pace Points will help you understand the dynamics of the pace and the race. If you watch Past the Wire TV and read Past the Wire, you have heard me say the numbers don't lie. They don't. That is why Pace Points starts with the individual
You're watching
fractions
Past
of
the
each
Wire
horse.
TV.
It
The
goes
biggest
from
races
there
at the
to
best
the
tracks.
eyes,
From the Kentucky
angles,
Derby
and
to the Breeders'
experience in the game.
Best horse
factors in
racing coverage is
post,
right
trip,
here on Past the Wire
ground
TV.
loss, jockey, and more. An invaluable tool for any arsenal. We'll put this crucial info at your fingertips in an easy to read, recognize, and more importantly, utilize fashion. I like to say simplicity is the essence of intelligence. And although Pace Points is on a pretty high level, we made it very easy to understand and easier to utilize. You're going to see a list of the horses in each race. 2 columns next to the horses. The first column is going to give you a number. The lower the number, the faster the horse is early. By early, we mean primarily the first quarter of any race. The second column is going to give you
Doppelgangers, the longest out of the field, wins.
faster the horse is late, giving the finish, and primarily the last quarter of any given race. So
dynasty
looking
in
at
motion,
a list of the horses
reshaping
in the
the
race,
sport's greatest tradition,
2
channeling the
numbers,
legends of his
an
life
early number
and
and
surpassing
a late
them.
number.
4 of the last
Based
6
on
Derby
all the
winners
factors
carry
we
his
discussed
genes.
before.
A golden
Pace
son,
points.
a horse of
Easy
the
to
year.
use, easy
Another
to
chapter
understand,
written beneath those
and
iconic
the longer
spires.
you use it,
Derby
the
dreams
better
fulfilled
grasp
for the
you
titans
have
of our industry.
on pace,
From authentic to sovereignty,
making the
a
race,
legacy both real
how it's gonna
and
affect the
supreme.
To learn more about
Intuition.
pace
Points is a
points, or to
sophisticated
try it out,
algorithm
visit
developed to help handicappers accurately
pastthewire.com or watch
recognize
Past
key
the Wire
aspects of a
TV.
race.
We think you'll be glad you
Specifically,
did.
who will be running fast early and who will be closing fast late. Pace makes the race, and now you can have even complicated pace scenarios projected accurately right at your fingertips. What sharp player wanting every edge wouldn't want this? Exactly, none. Although the algorithm based on fractional times and incorporating other key factors is complex, the information is presented in both an easy-to-read and understand format. Try pace points and elevate your game and chance of success to a state-of-the-art at the highest level. You can find pace points at Past the Wire.
Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING. Get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Often imitated, never duplicated. If you ain't smooth, you ain't never gonna be a smooth operator.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final for sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Are they talking about us? Shh, wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere. Nobody does it better.